Mike, today on social media, well, it's National High Five Day. So we want to know, who would you like to high five? Join us on Facebook at Morning Blend Omaha. That's a good question. I'll start here.
Okay, they can't see us.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
they
we
can't see us.
high-fived at home.
We did high five. There we go.
Now
Got
we'll
it.
go to animation.
Okay, there's a lot going on in and around Omaha, and there's really one great place to keep track of all this. It's MetroQUARTERLY.
The same group brings us 101 Things to Love and the Giving Guide. Nebraska Wildlife Rehab is featured in the newest edition of the latter.
Executive Director Laura Stastny joins us. It's always a pleasure to welcome back the pub.
Thanks.
Andee
I want to
Hoig.
high five you for that
Hey.
awesome intro.
Laura,
Right there.
give it up.
Bring it up.
Oh, there we go. What a great way to start the day.
Awesome hair.
Good to see you guys.
Good
You
to
excited?
see you.
Excited about this?
I am.
Is this,
I am.
you know, with the wildlife, Nebraska Wildlife Rehab being such a focal point of the quarterly, is that kind of because of your love for nature and animals?
You know, I love the Nebraska Humane Society, or I love all animals, but truly wildlife is top of the list too. And I've met this wonderful lady a couple years ago, and they're doing some really awesome things.
What is your mission?
Our mission is to rescue, rehabilitate, and re-release into the wild native wildlife, and to educate the public about how to live in harmony with wildlife.
Native wildlife, what do you mean?
Correct. So, you know, Siberian tigers, we would not rescue and rehabilitate. So any animal that belongs in Nebraska in a natural habitat, that would be an animal we would take care of.
Possums?
Possums,
Raccoons?
absolutely.
Raccoons?
Raccoons, rabbits,
Squirrels?
squirrels, foxes, coyotes, bobcats, all of those animals.
Pumas, because we see those every now and then.
That's a tricky one. They are
Okay.
actually illegal to rehabilitate in the state, so we would not take mountain lions, but we definitely help educate people about mountain lions and how they actually are a natural animal in the state.
Are there certain issues that arise this time of year?
In the spring?
Absolutely.
prevalence?
So, you know, it's spring, so it's baby season, and people are really coming into contact with wildlife a lot more. The most common call we're getting right now is people who find baby rabbits in their yard. And so they're either they want them gone for whatever reason, or they're concerned the mother isn't coming back. You know, baby rabbits are adorable, and people always want to save them. So what we tell people, we have to keep a few things in mind. Number one, the best place for a wild animal or any animal is with its own mother. Baby rabbits are only in the nest for 2 weeks. So if you can put up with them for 2 weeks, it's a minor inconvenience before they leave. And the third is that mother rabbits only feed their young twice a day, and usually at night. So just because you're not seeing the mother doesn't mean that she's not there.
So what do you recommend if somebody has a nest in their yard?
Right. What we recommend is, if you can possibly for those 2 weeks, just walk your dog in the other yard, mow around that nest, or just don't mow right in that general area. They'll be gone in a couple of weeks. If you think the mother's not coming, there's a really neat trick. You just take some pieces of dental floss, you lay them in a tic-tac-toe pattern across the top of the nest, leave the nest for 24 hours. If you come back and the dental floss is moved, mom's been there and she's been there to feed her babies. If the dental floss is exactly in that tic-tac-toe pattern, then we have a problem, and you can call us and we'll help rescue those animals.
How do you know when to intervene and when to take a hands-off approach with wildlife?
Yeah, so sometimes it's tricky depending on the kind of animal, but generally we say if the animal is injured or acting strangely, for example, approaching human beings, wild animals should never do that. That's an animal that definitely needs rescuing. If the animal is doing what it normally does, so for example, you know, it crosses your yard because it's going somewhere to find food, that's normal, leave it alone. But if there's ever any question, people can contact us.
Okay.
Andy, I know you're passionate about animals. Thanks for
I
bringing more
am.
on the
You're
show
very
today.
welcome. This is great
Yeah, that was great.
information.
Can you talk about your top 5?
I will talk about my top 5. We have lots going on.
We do.
Hard to narrow it down.
'Tis the season.
It is. So coming up on the 18th on Saturday, we have the Omaha Symphony Gala, which features Martin Short. So
Great.
the gala.
This looks fun, doesn't it?
It looks like a lot of fun, and I actually saw him when he was in town not too long ago with Child Saving Institute.
How was he?
He was awesome. Yeah. So I'm really excited for Saturday night, and I know tickets are still available to the concert. The 24th. Speaking of wildlife, Fontenelle Forest Guild is having the Feather Our Nest event. This is a really fun event. They have a lot of unique bird houses that you can purchase at this event. Dining with Dogs.
Nice.
Nebraska Humane Society on the 25th. It's just a animal weekend.
We like that.
I actually skipped one.
You did.
Because it was out of order. I apologize.
That was on the 23rd.
Yeah, 23rd
Leukemia
Man
Lymphoma
and
Society.
Woman of the Year, Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And then on the 25th, we have Creighton Prep Bash. That's a really great event. Raises a lot of money for the school and education.
Yeah, they were on the show a couple days ago. Looks like a
Yeah.
real fun event.
What's the best way for our viewers to connect with you and with, most importantly, with everything that's happening in the area in between your visits to the blind?
Because again, this is just a snapshot of what's going on. So you can go to spiritofomaha.com to our community calendar. Nonprofits, we work closely with them and they know that's the place to put their information on for charity events. And also encourage people to like our Facebook page, Metro Magazine. We're constantly putting out information about events. And also our weekly connector comes out every Wednesday talking about upcoming events, how you can get involved. So 3 really great ways to stay in tune and connected with the community.
We got to wrap it up, but
Yep.
2 quick dates. When is 101 Things to Love available?
We're coming on the show the 30th of April. We'll have the first
We'll
copies
make
hot
the
off the
announcement
press.
there. And then
Yep.
your next issue of the quarterly?
Same time.
Gotcha.
Great. We'll be
Same
focusing
time.
on moms
Awesome.
and dads.
Yes.
Coming up here.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Good to see you. And Lauren,
You
nice to
too.
meet you.
Laura, nice to meet you, too.
Thanks for coming in.
We're internet security. We all know it's a big deal, and you've got to really, you've got all these cyber criminals out there. They lock down your computers, they take it hostage, and then they demand these ransoms.
Unreal. How to protect your information, your money, and your devices. We'll lean on a security pro when we come back.